What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Rambling Garage. Today we're going to be taking a look at a DEPSTECH. This is a Borescope camera probe thing, whatever you want to call it. I'll put a link to it in the description. I just bought this thing. I think it's pretty neat, so I'm going to open it up and show you guys. And we're going to try and find actually a coolant leak in the Rambler together so we can see how this thing performs. You can actually record on this thing, so we'll put actual footage pulled off of this into this video so you guys can see exactly what the video quality looks like. So let's get over here, let's open this thing up and let's take a look. Alright, so the first thing I like is it comes in this neat little case. It feels like something where if you dropped it, there you go, dropping it and moving the camera, sorry. If you dropped it, it's going to protect it fairly well. I don't think I've run it over with a truck or anything, but it is what it is. So it came in this little sleeve. I'll probably throw that away. I just kept it to show you guys how it came. And here it is. It wasn't plugged in. It does have a little USB connector. So it's just your standard USB. Plugs right in. And good to go. It has this little port here. So you have your charging port and then you have your micro SD card. Like I said earlier, you can record things on here and you can pull it off and play it back on your computer. So I have not plugged this in for a little bit, so let's see if this thing still has a charge on it. It should. It's been sitting inside. There we go. This is the two camera version, so it has a camera on the tip, and then on one of the sides it also has a camera. There it is. Hopefully you can see that. So a camera there, camera there. As you can see, we're using the top camera right now. So we look back, we got me and the phone. And I believe we can switch it around, and now we're using the side camera, which is hard to see right there. So let's go try and find this coolant leak. I don't think this does audio, so that's another feature I found is you can do both cameras at once, which is pretty neat. It gives you a little more insight into what's going on. So I think if you click here, that's a photo. Brightness here. Oh, that's the flash brightness, so that's pretty neat. You adjust how bright it is. If you have it in a, say you have it in like a cylinder head, I could see it being too bright at some point. Let's see here. Let's just go to one of these. So it's in picture mode right now. I thought I could have it. I thought it could record full video as well. It does come with a 32 gigabyte card, so that's kind of nice. Maybe it doesn't allow for full video. Oh, you press and hold, it does video. So now we're recording video. It's a little choppy. I'm curious to see what it looks like once you get it off the card. So let's go check out and figure out what's going on with my Rambler. This thing's leaking coolant like crazy, and I want to figure out why. All right, so if you look down there, there's a puddle. There was a puddle there last year, which is why there's more mess all around. And you can follow the puddle, kind of hard to see, but it looks like it stops right around in here. Last year I didn't have time to look into it. This year I want to take a look. It could be many things. There's 3 freeze plugs down there, and there's also, let's put the light on so you can see a little better. There's 3 freeze plugs down there on the side of the block, and then there's also this coolant pressure switch right here, but that looks dry. So we're going to stick this down to the side and see if we can see anything wrong with the freeze plugs, and maybe we find something, maybe we don't. Let's go. Alright, so we've got this here. I got it here. I'm just taking some of this what is this even called? I'm blanking on words today. I was doing a video earlier and just couldn't think of anything. Just unwrapping this though so you can stick it down in there. I will say this looks like it has almost 10 feet of cable, which is nice. You could really push this, like, look at all that. You can put this in some pretty far places, I feel like. If you're, I don't know where you'd necessarily need it, but I could see it coming in handy if somebody's like trying to look at something up on a lift and somebody down on the ground wants to keep an eye on it, or I don't know. So let's go in here. I was trying to show you guys kind of how this looks as well. I think it looks good. I'm going to record this. So this is now recording. I'll put it off to the side, and we'll probably switch over to our recording. All right, so I did find, I was worried about, or I was kind of hoping this would be it. This is a coolant temp switch for the sniper. And I was kind of hoping that was all it was going to be bad because it's an easy tighten, but it was not. So looking down in here, there's a freeze plug right about here where my finger's at. And I saw some like crustaceans on the bottom of it. It looks like coolant's been dripping out of it for a while, which would explain that. This has been going on for almost a year now. So that was pretty neat. I was able to find that with the Borescope. I will say the thing's kind of hard to move around in small spaces just because, like, it's just different. I feel like you got to use it a little while and then get used to it. All right, guys, so there's the DEPSTECH Borescope. I think this thing's pretty neat. It's pretty cheap, too. I think I spent like 65 bucks on it. It might have been on sale, but I had a gift card for 50, so like I barely am anything into this. It's going to help me a lot for stuff like that. I can't get to my sockets back there. I was going to put us down in a cylinder and take a look, but hopefully that gives you guys an idea of what the resolution on that thing looks like. It should be 1080p. It looks like it was pretty clear, and that the light on there is pretty bright in small spaces. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me below. I think this thing is pretty neat. I think it's going to be beneficial on this channel, and I look forward to using it some more and having it in the garage. So feel free to ask any questions below. I want to thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.